Federalists versus Anti-Federalists. Federalists are people who promoted a strong central government. They believe that with the strong central government, there will be less complications, laws would get passed easier because at the time with Articles of Confederation, each state was basically governing themselves. And each important law that needed to get passed, and they all had to agree on it. But once they wouldn't agree on it, they would have to wait until everybody had a unison vote. So that was caused a lot of problems and it caused a long wait time. But with the Federalists believing in the central government, the central government will make things move more smoothly and quickly, and more important things can get done faster. And in the first Constitution, they also believed that there was no need for a Bill of Rights because the government, with the checks and balances, they thought there was no need for it, and everybody would get treated fairly by the government. So the true Federalist leader was Alexander Hamilton. He basically founded the party, and his two main followers were James Madison and Jay. And most of the Federalists composed of the delegates of the Constitutional Convention in favor of a constitution. Anti-Federalists are people who did not believe in a strong sense of government. They believed that it was going to be too strong and they would overtake their rights. They would take away their rights. And they also didn't support the new Constitution because it didn't have the Bill of Rights in it. They thought the government would just overtake everybody and tell them what to do. And they thought the central government was just bad because the last experience with England, they literally just got out of a war because they didn't agree with the king, who was the central power, and everybody had to follow him. So everybody would understand why they wouldn't want a central government. But with Articles of Confederation, like I said, the states doing their own thing, that caused a lot of complications with each state, and they didn't get to pass a lot of important laws. And it also hurt national security because all the states will have to, if they were to defend themselves, all the states will have to work together. But since they're doing their own things, it's kind of hard for them to work together. The main leader was Patrick Henry, and his two primary followers was Samuel Adams and George Mason. And another follower was Thomas Jefferson. He didn't claim he was an actual anti-federalist, but he did have the similar beliefs. So the difference in why these parties are so opposite. Federalists, they believed strong government. Anti-federalists believed in state local governments. Federalists wanted to ratify the Constitution without the need of a Bill of Rights because, like I said, they didn't think there was a need for the Bill of Rights. Anti-Federalists did want the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, therefore they did not ratify it because they thought the government would take away most of the Bill of Rights. Federalists believed in checks and balances would stop the tyranny, and that's another reason why they believed they didn't need the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. But Anti-Federalists believe the central government would just abuse most of their powers, and most of the people wouldn't follow the rules like the higher officials. See, Federalists, they did implement the rule of law, which states that all people, even government officials, have to follow the law. The law rules the land. But the Anti-Federalists didn't believe that would work. The Anti-Federalists also consisted of lower and middle class people, so these are the farmers and the people working for other people, and the Federalists were rich and wealthy people. You can see the Federalists, they might have a better idea, and these people came up with more, reasonable ideas because since these are wealthy people, they went to college and they have more education, so they'll seem like they know more of what they're doing. And the Anti-Federalists just didn't want to go back to what they just fought the war on, which is a central government controlling what they do and not letting them do anything. So they just completely opposed the central government and wanted to do their own little thing in each of their states with the state and local governments. And those are the main reasons why Federalists and Anti-Federalists are different. And thank you for your time for listening, and have a good day.